Good morning, students. This is Sheba. Now we are going to discuss about the microprocessor and microcontrollers, Unit 3, I/O interfacing. In the previous sessions, we have discussed about the memory and I/O interfacing and also about the parallel peripheral interface A255. Now we are going to discuss about the serial communication interface. In the last session itself, we have clearly discussed about what is meant by parallel communication and what is meant by serial communication. If we transmit the bit as a entire, for example, if you are communicating to transmit 8 bits at a time, if you are transmitting that 8 bits at a time without any interruption, it is said to be parallel communication. At the same time, if you are transmitting bit by bit, for example, you are sending the first bit and next second bit, third bit, likewise, then it is said to be a serial communication. So this is the basics of serial communication. It may be serial in serial out communication or serial in parallel out communication, or else parallel in parallel out communication, parallel in serial out communication. So this is the diagram for transmitter and receiver of parallel in serial out and serial in parallel out shift registers. So this is a real-time implementation of communication signals where we implement this serial and parallel communication. Moving to the serial communication interface, Intel 8251 USART is the IC corresponding to serial communication interface, which you can see in this diagram. It is a programmable chip designed for synchronous and asynchronous serial data transmission. USART stands for Universal Synchronous Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. It is a 28-pin dual-in package which converts the parallel data into a serial stream of bits suitable for serial transmission. It receives a serial stream of bits and converts it into parallel data bytes to be read by a microprocessor. As we have seen in the previous class, like parallel communication interface, this serial communication interface also acts as a bridge between the microprocessor and external peripheral devices which you are connecting. For example, you can take a real-time example of connecting a mouse to a laptop. If you are connecting a mouse to a laptop, you will be using some USB cable for connecting, for wired communication. So, it uses a communication interface to communicate between the laptop and the mouse. You can see the pin diagram of 8251 and corresponding pin description in the tabulation. There are 8 data pins for communication and control register data buffer set pin, read and write pins, and again chip select pins are also available for selecting the chip for communication, clock pulse, reset pins, transmitter clock, receiver clock, transmitter data, receiver data, transmitter ready, receiver ready signal pins are also available to indicate whether the IC is ready for transmission and reception. Data set ready, DSR and DTR data terminal pins are also used for data communication purpose. Synchronous detect and break detect is used to find whether there is any interruption during the communication process and whether your communication takes place in a synchronous or asynchronous manner. RTS and CTS corresponds to request to send data and clear to send data. Transmitter empty pins are also available to indicate that transmitter is available for further communication. Supply pins and ground pins, totally 28 pins, are all available in 8251. This is the corresponding architecture of 8251. You can see the blocks, data blocks, read-write control logic block, modem control, transmitter buffer, transmit control, receive buffer, receive control. So corresponding blocks are explained in the 5 sections. First one is the read-write control logic used to select whether to read or write data. Transmitter block, receiver block are also available for indicating whether you are going to transmit or receive the data. Data bus buffer is used for 8-bit bidirectional bus transfer. Modem controller, which is used to establish data communication modem over telephone lines. Input signals, chip select, control data signals are available to select which type of input you are processing, whether you are going to read the data or whether you are going to write the data from memory or input-output devices. Reset and clock pins are also available to reset the IC for further processing, and clock pins to generate the internal clock to the IC. This is the tabulation for functionality representation of chip select, read, write and corresponding control registers. If both control data pin and read pin is 1, then your microprocessor writes instruction in the control register. If control register and write pin is 1, it reads status from the status register. If only read pin is 1, it outputs the data to the data buffer, and write pin is 1, it microprocessor accepts the data from the data buffer. If all these pins are unused, only chip select is available, then USART is not selected for communication. Control register here is a 16-bit register, and status register checks the status of the peripheral devices available. Corresponding to the sections available, there are two sections, transmitter and receiver section. Transmitter section is used to accept parallel data and it converts into serial data. There are two registers available in it, buffer register and output register, which is used to hold and convert the 8-bit data. Signals associated with transmitter section are transmit data, transmitter clock, transmitter ready and transmitter empty. The corresponding functionalities are mentioned in this section. Receiver section is used to accept serial data from peripheral and converts it into parallel data. There are two registers, input and buffer registers available. Signals associated with the receiver section are receive data, receiver clock, receiver ready, and signals associated with modem control are data set ready, data terminal ready, request to send data, clear to send data. There are two types of control words available: mode instruction, setting of function, and command, setting of operation. So mode instruction is used for setting of function, to set which function it is need to be processed. For example, synchronous or asynchronous, parity or baud rate, which type of functionalities we are going to select, you can select in this mode instruction. Corresponding to the bit configuration of status word, here this is the diagram for bit configuration of status word to indicate what is the status of the chip, whether parity error is there, overrun error is there, framing error is there. It is used to check the status. And command, the command instruction is used for setting of operation, data transmitting or receiving, whatever the operation you are going to do, it is used to set the operation. And this is the programming 8251. This 8 bits select which type of program you are going to do. Baud rate, character length enabling, parity enabling and number of stop bits. You can select everything using this programming. This is the command register for selecting command register, and first one is for mode register. This second diagram is for command register. Third one is for status register indication. And this is about the 8251 USART. Real-time implementation, as I have said in the introduction to the session, if you are connecting a laptop to your mouse, you will be connecting using the serial cables. And for example, if you are connecting your PC with another PC, you will be using the serial pins to connect those RS-232 serial pins for communication, serial communication. It is a real-time example of this USART serial communication interface. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.